This is a Skype panel with me, Jerichosquink, Magus X1, Darkscream 217, Denoman 2007, Mikey, Nightmare 060, Mistress Selena, and Stephen Key and Virgil Dante. The topic is video game extremists, people that get really upset when you bash their favorite games, and they resort to drastic measures like calling people cocksuckers, wishing death upon their families and stuff. Just a lot of harsh stuff. I guess we can talk about fanboys with certain consoles. So if anybody wants to start this up, go ahead.
I got the perfect example of a video game extremist, actually, but he's not a console fanboy, though. And I'll mention it because, he doesn't have... He has a little group of lackeys on the Xbox for him. They ain't going to do shit. His name is Rainzu. I've been wanting to talk about this guy for years. He's considered the most, I guess, the best DOA 4 player, but he's such a prick, though. And the reason for that is anytime someone says, there's an issue with the game, he goes ape shit, but he complains about the same thing these people complain about, though. He says there's balance issues, he says there's this, but then when someone else complains about it, he goes off on him and says, well, you don't know anything. This guy knows the game so well that he studies the frame rates of the characters move down to a T. This guy's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And he cuts people down hard. I don't know if you ever heard of him. I don't know if anyone has. But this guy's a prick, though.
Yeah, true. I mean, there are a lot of guys on the interwebs, like console fanboys. Well, at some point at least, I used to own all three systems, all three major systems, and I just prefer the Xbox 360. Now, I was, cut down for that, people calling me a fanboy, and that's another thing I'd like to talk about now. That's the fanatical anti-fanboys. That's like, it's kind of like the least amount of criticism on any of the three consoles. They just cannot take that. It's like, all three of them are not perfect. All three of them have their flaws. And it's like, I just prefer one. I don't think that's a disaster,
Well, you see, I own an Xbox 360, and there are some Wii fanboys and some PS3 fanboys who like to get on my nerves saying that their consoles are far superior just because the Xbox 360 had some, those Red Ring of Death issues, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but there's the thing, the Xbox 360's company actually knew about the Rings of Death.
Yeah, see, I like my 360, I like the games I have with it. However, it turns out some people, some Wii owners don't even like their consoles anymore because, well, they don't think they have good games. The same could be said about PS3. I just can't take these PS3 console fanboys who try to brag that their consoles is better when in actuality it's not.
Well, it's, the PS3, a lot of people, they argue about the PS3 being too expensive, but the PS3, of course, has a Blu-ray player, and it has all these games that are not exclusive to the PS3, but they're usually considered, kind of, nice ports of that game because, it has high-definition graphics and stuff like, all that good stuff. But the PS3, to me, has kind of a limited software library, good exclusives, and, it is because of the exclusives that you're going to choose to buy any given system. It really, for example, if you're going to have to choose between Lair and Gears of War 2, I mean, kind of an easy choice for me, anyway. And of course, Haze wasn't the super Halo killer exclusive that a lot of people wanted it to be. But really, it's fanboys for one that keep screwing up the entire video game community on YouTube. But I think this little convo here is actually more about the people that get so ass hurt when their games that they love get totally butchered by someone else who hates it. and wishes death upon these people, and that's just the thing that's so despicable and.
I know what you mean, yeah. I really do not get why some of these people get so defensive over a bloody video game system. I mean, I don't think I've witnessed any, directly, any, video game fanboys in person, but I've heard about them all the time. Oh, this fanboy said that, this fanboy said this, so on and so forth. And really, sure, it's all down to a matter of personal taste, really. I currently have the Xbox 360 and the Wii. I don't have the PS3 for two reasons. A, it's way too expensive. B, there aren't any games I wanted for it. The only game I ever wanted, the only game I ever wanted for PS3 was, I think it was called Mobile Suit Gundam Crossfire, and that game turned out to, not be that good. And yet, there are these people who just go so apeshit on you, just because you say, I don't actually like that. Like, oh no, you must die, you don't like it. Why? It is a matter of personal taste and preference.
Can I say one thing real quick? I forgot to let Chibi know when we started the panel. Sorry, Chibi.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
We're in the middle of it. We're in the middle of it. So Jared, we got Chibi in here now.
What's up, Chibi Fighter?
Yo.
What's up?
All right.
So,
Yep.
Steven, Verge, you got anything to say?
Not really.
What do you have to say about
Even-
Game Extremist, Chibi?
Oh boy, where do I freaking start?
I know you got a lot of material to cover here.
Oh,
All right,
man.
take it
Oh,
away,
man.
Chibi Fighter.
Oh God. Okay. You gotta love how if someone just somehow just slightly disagrees with it, where it's just like, oh, you can't have that disagreeing thing. Otherwise, it's just like they'll take it so harshly. It's just that like, oh well, I love this game. It's the best game ever. Well, I don't like it so much. What? You suck. I hate you. That's so stupid. Really, what's the point of that? I mean, it's just one person's opinion. It's not like you have to take it so seriously.
Exactly.
Well,
And
That's another
if you're
thing.
gonna if you're gonna love a game, like if you're gonna love a game or whatever, love it for actual reasons. Have your own opinion on it. Even if it's a game that's been hated on, like, and I know that this sounds odd, but if you like a game for your own reasons, then go ahead and like it. Seriously.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
You know,
mean,
I
it's
want to say
hate-
something.
Hey, can I say a quick thing here?
Yeah, go for it, Jared.
All right. This is what I think, okay? I don't think there's like a game system that's like an almighty god or anything, but as far as I know, the Wii has the best sales, but it doesn't mean it's the best. With any of these games, like people love RTS, first-person shooter, and all those other genres and stuff. Like, I think if anybody had all three systems, they'd find a game they'd like on each. That's what a gamer does. I don't think there should be just a best system, really. Like, you can always find a game that you like on these systems. That's why people shouldn't always argue. It's all personal preference, but you shouldn't ram your opinion down someone's throat for it.
Yeah, just because the video games are making high sales doesn't mean they're like perfect games or that everyone's not going to like them.
Exactly.
Take me for example. Soul Calibur 4 has very high ratings. I hate that game. I was disappointed by it.
And we might disagree with you on that, but that's cool, though.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna argue with you or like
Yeah, I
call you
don't-
names or say you're stupid or something. That's stupid.
Oh,
People
I had a
just
buddy
can't. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
That's,
I want to talk about a different type of video game extremist, though.
All right, go
Okay,
for it.
go on.
And this guy, I'll mention his name. His name was Anonymous. He made that Final Fantasy VII bashing video. He's one of these elitists that, these type of extremists that think, oh, I like the obscure games that no one cares about or the underrated games and not the stupid mainstream shit. Like, I like God Hand better than I like God of War because that's a true game for true gamers because it's obscure.